All right, my friends, this is about your 10-minute warning. We're going to be getting started in, well, like 11 minutes. Welcome, welcome. In 11 minutes, we'll dive in. You still have time to grab the link that you clicked on to join this meeting, send it out to your people. The majority of people come on time. So those of you that are here early, you're the superstars. You're the superstars. Good to have you in the room. We'll see you and we'll get started here in about 10 minutes. 7-minute warning, 7-minute warning. We haven't even got started yet. And look at this. We got 20 people live here in Zoom. Another handful of people over on YouTube. I will say really briefly, those of you that are watching on YouTube, I recommend coming over to the Zoom so that you can get the full chat experience. This is where you're going to see all the crazy testimonials and all the fun. and really learn from everyone that's here live. So, yep, we'll get started here in about 5 or 6 minutes. I recommend for those of you that are brand new with us, learning for the first time, grab a piece of paper, grab a pen so you can take some notes. It's not that you need to save those notes forever, but it just helps to absorb the information as we're going to go through quite a bit on our call here today. And I recommend having a beverage. So that me, it's just water today, simple water. But have what you need so you can sit down. We will be, like I mentioned in the chat, under an hour for this presentation to respect the time of everyone who's here present today. So with that, we'll see you guys. We'll get started in about 5 minutes. All right, last 2 minutes, 2 minutes. We're going to get started in 2 minutes. So make sure that your people that you've invited are here in the room and excited to be with all of you. A special welcome to all of those who are joining us for the first time. Okay, 2 more minutes and we'll dive in. All right, my friends, welcome, welcome, welcome. Just in the last minute here, we've already had another 20 people join us. Super, super grateful for all of you being here tonight and want to issue a special welcome to all of those of you who are coming to learn for the first time a little bit about this amazing company that is doTERRA. So, first of all, we like to start out with a little bit of fun. Tell me in the chat where you are joining from. I already saw here we've got some folks from Switzerland. We've got Budapest, Botswana. I'm excited. I'll be in your neck of the woods in Africa this next week. It's going to be so fun. Let's see. We've got some US friends. Let me know in the chat. Yeah, we've got Arizona, Canada, Portugal. Marcelo, welcome. Bem-vindo. Tennessee is in the house. Italy, Slovakia, Romania. Could we get more diverse, my friends? South Africa, Mesa, Arizona, Bulgaria. I love it. Germany, Pennsylvania, France, Brazil, France and Brazil. How do you? Oh, Gabriela, I know. You're in transition, right? Tennessee, Bulgaria, South Africa, Colorado, Canada, the UK, Finland, Ireland, Latvia, Zambia, Utah. My goodness, what a cool crew. Arkansas, Germany, Switzerland, Missouri, Switzerland. Awesome. Well, I am so honored to be here with all of you here today. My name is Matt Hall, and I've been selected as the person who gets to give this intro presentation to all of you today. I just want to shout out really quick those that are on YouTube. We've got a handful of people watching on YouTube. If you want the best experience, I put in the chat of YouTube the link to join us here on Zoom. You're going to have a better experience if you can watch on Zoom because you'll be able to participate more actively in the chat. So if you have the ability to hop over to Zoom, friends on YouTube, do it. If you haven't yet, grab a piece of paper and a pencil to take notes. It just helps absorb the information deeper into your mind. And with that, we'll get started. So like I said, my name is Matt. I've been a partner with this amazing multi-billion-dollar company called doTERRA now for over a third of my life, 13 years. My wife and I have been committed to the cause of sharing the message of what these products can do in people's lives around the world. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit more about business. So I imagine that we have some people on the call today who maybe have used doTERRA products. Do we have any doTERRA fans? Put fan in the chat if you're already a fan of our products. Let's check it out. Okay, Leanne's a fan. Who else is a fan already? Denise is a fan. Oh, okay, there we go. It's going crazy. Awesome. We got lots of fans of our products. But some of you might have used the products and might be brand new to learning a little bit about our business. Others of you, maybe you've never even used the products and you're here today to get a deeper understanding of the business. Really, I was introduced to doTERRA initially through my beautiful wife, Shantae. She was going through one of the hardest emotional times of her life and looking for something to give her some extra support. And a friend of hers had used one of our products, one of doTERRA's products, for a digestive benefit. And it helped her so much that when she realized that my wife was struggling, she said, "You know what? You've got to try these essential oils. I hear they can help with emotions as well." And so my wife quickly found these three bottles in Taiwan. We put the Chinese there just to honor the fact that we found these oils first in Taiwan. And she started using these three to help her in her health, her emotional wellness, and it transformed the way that she felt on a daily basis. It transformed the way she was able to do the charity work that she was doing. And, it makes a big difference if you can feel yourself and feel complete as a person. So that's how we got started. Now, she just had these three oils for a year. And those of you who are fans of our products, you probably can't imagine using only three essential oils or three of doTERRA's products, right? But that's all she had for a year. And then she came back to the US, learned about the same opportunity that I'm about to share with you here today, and we decided to embrace this business with our whole souls, right? With everything that we have, and it's changed our lives. And here today, I'm here to share with you how it could potentially change your life. Just so that you know a little bit about doTERRA, this company started in 2008. And we have created and are creating this wellness revolution that is sweeping the world. We now do as a company over $2 billion in annual sales. We've reached over 10 million customers because the product is amazing and because the opportunity is real. And this expansion continues to grow. We've actually reached people in over 155 countries. And have recently opened officially markets like Chile, the UAE, El Salvador, and are open in many of the major countries around the world. So this is not a small, when we ask you or invite you to come in and partner with this wellness brand, we're not asking you to take a risk on a startup or to take a look at something that's just a small little project. No, this is a multi-billion dollar infrastructure that's been built. And if you want to come in and partner and benefit from all of the growth that's happened, you can do that. And we're going to talk about how. Now, we're here to talk about the business of doTERRA, okay? Claire's already asking, how did she use the products? Well, the balance, let's go back. Let me share with you. So the balance she would rub on her chest and breathe in the morning, and that would help her feel grounded and centered and ready for the day. Then as she would go throughout her day, because the work she was doing was really difficult, she would oftentimes go through dips and feel really discouraged during the day. So anytime sadness came, she would grab her Citrus Bliss and breathe it in. And just the oils give you that pick me up when you use them aromatically, right? And then Serenity, she couldn't sleep well at night, so she would use that at night to get a deeper sleep, and that influences your mental health in huge ways. So that's how she used them. Okay, good question. Now moving on. We're here today to talk about the business of doTERRA. And the first thing I want you to understand is that this is a revolution. We already have over 100 people watching live here today between Zoom and YouTube. Amazing to have all of you here who have already decided to partner with this amazing company or are looking at doing it with us. But I want to ask you, how would you describe the perfect business? Like when you think about the perfect business for you in your life right now, what would be some characteristics of the business that you would be looking for? And I'd love to see in the chat, like anyone who's here, put in the chat for me, how would you describe the ideal business? What would it look like? What would it include? What would be some aspects that would be important to you? Throw it in the chat. Let's see what you guys have to say. We've already got people sharing their testimonials of the products. Okay, so Ia says time freedom, good income, flexibility. Having my husband home. Oh, Leanne, I want that for you. Wouldn't that be awesome? Yep, having your husband home. Work from anywhere. Amy wants to leave Utah. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, leave anywhere. Be able to have that geographical freedom. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. To work from where I want, time freedom, financial security. Yeah, you want to feel secure. You want to feel safe, right? And more in today's environment, things don't feel safe. Even, you could have what you think is the most steady and secure job in the world, But if you don't have any ownership over that company, if you don't have any, any equity, then it can be difficult to feel safe. You could be discarded at any time. Working to solve problems. I love that. I love that because I feel that one of the purposes why we're here on this earth is to lift and serve others. Okay, so you guys are similar to me. Now I'm going to pitch to you why I believe in no capital investment. Yeah, you don't have to put $100,000 or something down into some big new company, right? Well, I'm going to pitch to you that the reason why I believe that doTERRA is the perfect business model is because it provides a balance between these three things that many of you touched on. Being able to have a strong, powerful, secure income, being able to, two, have a good lifestyle, right? And we're going to talk about what that means. And then three, being able to have a deep impact in the world. I don't, even if you can make, all the money in the world, but if you're not benefiting people, like if you're just stealing from people, then that's not a great business, right? You want to be in a place where you can earn a great income, enjoy an amazing lifestyle, and impact people on a profound and deep level. So we're going to talk about a blend between these three things because I've seen people in my, just as I've gone through my 34 years or 35 years of observing the world, I've seen people that have built an amazing income, but usually their lifestyle is not that great. Like I think of my friends that are doctors or lawyers and they work really, really long hours. They love the work they do. They have a significant impact as well, but the lifestyle kind of suffers. Or I have a friend and I always share this story, but he has a surf shop down in Mexico and he has a cool lifestyle. Like he's always chill. He's always on the beach and having a great time, but his income is really, really limited and his impact isn't that profound, right? And then there's people that just have the impact category where they're serving the world. Maybe you work in the Peace Corps. Maybe you have a charity or some great work that you do, but usually that comes with a lack of income. So usually one of these areas I find are out of balance in people's lives. And what we are doing today is we're not asking you to come in and commit your entire life to building a doTERRA business, but we're inviting you in to round out these three categories of your life. So if you feel like you have a great lifestyle and a great impact, but you're looking for higher income, we're going to help incorporate doTERRA into what you do in your life now and increase your income. Or if you feel like you're earning a great income and a lifestyle, but you just want to be a part of something bigger than you want to have a deeper and broader impact in the world, well, my friends, this is going to be the community for you. So we're going to go through each of these things one at a time. And I want to start with the most important to me is impact. And so I want to bookend our conversation and start and end talking about two different aspects of impact. And the first, we can't talk about a business without talking about the products and the way that the products impact. And while this presentation is not an in-depth like scientific, here's all the science behind our products, or I'm not even going to go through every product category. What I want you to see from this first part is all of the solutions that we solve. I learned a long time ago that if you want to earn a great income, you can either solve big problems for a small group of people, right? So maybe it's that maybe you do home repairs, right? So they flood their home and they really need that solution. So you come in and you solve that problem. You're really going to be only working with a small group of people at a time, but you can earn a good income because you're solving a big problem for people that they're willing to pay a lot to fix, right? Or you can be someone that in your business, you help a lot of people with a small problem. So think about like an app on your phone. You build an app that someone's using for a specific purpose. It solves a little problem. As long as you have scale and you can make good money by helping a lot of people with a small solution, right? But true, amazing financial results, like billion-dollar company results, come when you help a lot of people with big problems that they're struggling with, okay? And so let's talk about some of the biggest problems that exist in the marketplace today. First of all, this wellness market is huge, almost $2 trillion. We might have reached $2 trillion in 2025 in global spending, but it's a huge, huge market. And here are some of the top concerns that people have. Half of the population anticipates making gut health a higher priority in the next 2 or 3 years. So many people are waking up to the fact that our immune system resides in our gut. So much of our weight management depends on our gut. So much of our emotional health and our hormone levels depend on our gut. And so this is a category that people care about and are having true desire to solve problems in right now. Okay. We have several products that help to solve these problems. And I start with this one because this is the oil that converted me. I was dealing with a digestive issue for almost a decade of my life when my fiance Shantae came and said, "Hey, try this little sample and tell me if it works. Tell me how it works for you." And so I started putting a drop on my stomach and putting a drop under my tongue every day, and it balanced out my digestive issue of again, an issue that I had had for a long, long time. We also have amazing probiotic, the pre, post, and probiotics that support your gut health in extraordinary ways. So these are our PB Assist products. And I'm just curious, is there anyone who's here live today out of the over 100 of you that are watching live? And those of you on YouTube, we got a lot of people on YouTube. Come over to Zoom if you can. The link to the Zoom is in the comments. And if you're able to watch here, you'll get more interaction in the chat. But if you have had an amazing result yourself or with a customer of yours with our digestive products, put it in the chat. Put the most amazing experience that you've had personally with a customer in the chat, and I'd love for people to get a chance to read those. I could spend my entire time on this call just reading the testimonials that are going to happen in the chat. So I'm not going to read them, but I'm going to let you guys just enjoy those. Okay. And another, proof of the power of this category that we solve for is that in 2008 or 2018 for our company, our digestive products were only, it was less than 2% of our sales. That's still significant for a multi-billion dollar company, but that's a small percentage. And you can see how year over year over year, it just grows. Now we're over 5%. I wouldn't be surprised if at this trend, we get up to 10% in the next couple of years of this multi-billion dollar company, 10% of our sales being our digestive supporting products. Okay. So I love seeing all the ways that these have helped people, those of you that are writing in the chat. That's amazing. Let's talk about another product or problem that we solve for with our products. When we talk about deep impact, the second highest priority that people have and the biggest unmet need in health today, statistically, according to this McKinsey study, is sleep. So many people need a solution for sleep. And it's funny because if I open up my feed on Instagram or Facebook, the amount of ads that I get for fancy pillows with holes in them that you slip your arm through, or, a special mattress that, heats and cools and lifts up. Like, so many people spend so much money on sleep without realizing that the biggest unmet need for your sleep is inside your body. Okay, inside your body. We have some of the best solutions in the world for helping people to sleep better. We have our Serenity capsule, soft gel, or not soft gel. Yeah, soft gel complex. For those, that's not all of these are going to be available in every market, but some of them will be available in every market that we work in. So some markets also have the Serenity Stick, which is really great. You can apply it directly to the skin. But honestly, my favorite is you just take Serenity oil, put a drop in your hand, breathe it in deeply for like 30 seconds, rub the residue on your hands onto your pillow, and my friends, you will sleep so well. And don't forget to put some on the bottom of your feet. Okay, I know it sounds weird, but it works so incredibly well. So if you have had a positive result using one of these products, or vetiver or cedarwood or any of our other products that help with sleep, I'd love to see your experience in the chat. Let us know. Simona said, yes, she's had an experience. I'd love to see those details. What do you use for sleep? What has helped you for sleep? This is a huge, huge problem in the world, and we are bringing the best solutions and people are flocking to them. So look at this. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I won't use the word, but for compliance reasons, but she didn't sleep well. And now she's getting 6 to 7 hours of deep, restful sleep, good quality sleep. I love that. So happy for you, Deborah. With Serenity, I sleep like never before. Wow, chronic issues for 22 years. That's wild. Okay, so you can see there are some profound testimonials and ways that we've helped people with with this product line as well. Let's talk longevity. This is a trend right now. Um, and doTERRA has really been ahead of the trend of longevity, where so many people are starting to talk about it now. And we've already had these products for a year or two, but we have the best collagen on the market, where instead of it being in a liquid form or a pill form or a powder form, where really you're not getting any of the life of that product, it's just dying from the moment that it's packaged. Ours, it comes in this freeze-dried formula so that we preserve the life, and when it hits the water, you drink it right away. So you're getting the full life, 70% tripeptide, so your body can actually absorb it, coupled with the essential oils that increase absorption. It's an amazing product. The assist for weight management and for balancing blood sugar spikes has been amazing for me and my family and so many of our customers. And then we have the soft gel, which helps to inhibit the fat cell maturation. So if you're looking for something to help with weight management, with longevity, this is going to be the right solution for you. And like it says here, 70% of the population, they're purchasing more products in this category. So we bring the solution. Now, maybe the most important thing overall for your health is just your foundational wellness, your core nutrition. And we have our new VMG supplement. We have our old supplements also, which a lot of people still love. I still use them every day. And I also use our VMG every day with our Omega, which is your vitamins, minerals, and greens. And it's never been more important. We know that our food quality and the amount of nutrition that's actually in the food that we eat because of preservatives and GMOs and all of that crap, it's just not the same as it used to be. So this helps to fill the gap. If you've had a positive experience with our MetaPower line or our foundational wellness line here, go ahead and put your experience in the chat. And it tastes good, doesn't it? Jaspreet, yeah, it tastes so good. Awesome. So we're just talking about big problems. Now, the biggest problems that I've seen doTERRA solve for, honestly, is we help people through our essential oils. Still globally, about 70% of our sales come from our essential oils. And this is a fun product category for you to get to represent because it creates curiosity. People that haven't used them before, all you have to do is use oils in public and people will be like, "What is that? What are you using? What's that smell?" Right? And it creates conversation, and you hardly have to sell them because there's just so much curiosity behind this product category. Then when people use them, the fidelity and the loyalty becomes unmatched because we create profound experiences. So we have different oils for different body systems. If you're looking for something to support the cardiovascular system, if you're looking for something to lower inflammation in the body, if you're looking for something to help with digestive support, respiratory support, we have oils that are going to help to balance those body systems and help with basically the communication inside of your body. The best thing you can do for your health is give yourself the right building blocks, which is through our nutritional products, and then couple that with the essential oils that are going to help to organize and help your body to utilize and function in the way that it's meant to function. So this is where we usually see the wildest testimonials. I want to see in the chat, what has your best essential oil story been for you or a customer that you've worked with? And it's okay. You can be real and raw. This is not going to be posted anywhere. It's private here for this chat. That's why those of you on YouTube, get over here to Zoom so you can see this chat. But put your most impactful experience yourself or your favorite oil and why for yourself or a customer in the chat as we move on. Now, why is this so important with essential oils? And first of all, it's important to just mention this caveat that not all the oils in the marketplace are equal. We have the only certified pure tested grade essential oils, which basically means a level of purity that is tested and transparent, where you can look up the purity of every bottle that's in your hand and see the reports online. This is really important because out of the top 50 essential oil companies that were studied by APRC, only 3 of them consistently offered pure essential oils, and doTERRA is one of them. If your oils that you're using are not pure, we've seen studies like this one from Roseman University showing that yes, essential oils help with cell growth. They help with cell rejuvenation. They help with metabolic health. They're good for lowering inflammation and supporting immune system function. But if you're using an essential oil that's not doTERRA, our competitors showed that they had a neutral effect or even an opposite effect for your health. So imagine you buy on Amazon a frankincense essential oil, thinking that it's going to lower your inflammation when really it increases your inflammation. That's what most of the marketplace is doing. And part of why, like our company, we're so perfectly positioned because the whole world is starting to consume more and more essential oils, while we are one of the only people out there that really have pure essential oils. And I'll mention that those other two companies that are consistently pure, one of them has since shut down. I got information from the science team. And the other one is only available in a few select countries. So globally, we are the very, very best option for essential oils. Proof of that is in the fact that there are more, medical professionals, more hospitals, more clinics using our brand than any other in the world, and more homes using ours. We are the largest essential oil company in the world. So for this first category of impact, I want you to talk with the person that invited you here today to get a full product intro. Like, you want to learn and discover every single product line that we offer, and you're going to be more and more and more blown away over time. Just reading these comments in the chat, I get the chills with the kinds of experiences that people have had. It's amazing. And you'll see that they're broad and diverse. Yeah, so many different benefits. So going back to this, going back to this slide, when we talk about impact, solving big problems in a large percentage of the population. We talked about the biggest problems that people struggle with and the solutions that we provide. You can't really impact people deeper than in their cells, and that is what we do with our products. They target on a cellular level the biggest needs and deficiencies that people have in their health right now. And it's a rewarding thing. Like, when you look at these testimonials, imagine, we're going to talk a lot about financial revenue, but imagine the emotional revenue when you help someone who has this kind of a result. Imagine the gratitude that they're going to feel for you having represented this brand. Okay. Um, all right. And another thing, when you're analyzing a business, the customers that you bring in, are they going to reorder? Well, typically in the world of direct selling, we see a retention of 15 to 20% annually. That means if you bring in 100 customers, only 15 or 20 of them would buy for a second time. It doesn't even mean they're going to keep ordering, right? In doTERRA, we have the best retention in the industry. 75% of our customers come back to buy on a reoccurring basis, to come back and buy again. So that means that you're not starting over every month from zero. Your customers are going to come back to buy over and over and over again. And different than traditional affiliate programs, we'll talk about this in a minute, but doTERRA will honor the fact that you referred a customer for the rest of your life and pay you every time that they reorder. Okay, so that's our first area of impact that I wanted to touch on. Takes a little bit more time than these other categories, but let's go through lifestyle. It was fun to see when you were describing your ideal business in the chat. It was fun to see all of the different answers, and I resonated with a lot of them. Like, for me, the perfect lifestyle business is one where I can spend a lot of time with my family. We love traveling with our family and building the business with them. I've told this story before, but even my youngest, or my middle child, Sky, she's now, she's 9 years old. It goes by so fast. So she's 9, and she came to me and said, "Dad, I want to earn enough money to buy a laptop." And she wanted a laptop because she wants to write a book. And I said, "Okay, well, how do you want to make money?" And she said, "Well, can I sell essential oils like you? Can I sell supplements like you?" And we said, "Sure." So she went door to door in our neighborhood. And in two afternoons, she made over $200, enough money for her to go and buy a simple little laptop. Okay. Now, if my daughter, who's only, 9 years old, can in 2 hours, or not 2 hours, 2 afternoons, if she can go out and earn that kind of an income, what could you do as an adult with a little more discipline, expertise, and with all of the skills that we're going to teach you? Okay. But it's fun that your family can be a part of this process in so many ways. Location independence. We've had the privilege of being able to travel a lot as a family. We've gone to Brazil multiple times for months at a time, Mexico for months at a time. We even spent a month in India traveling around as a family while we were building our business. So as you build an income up with doTERRA, you can take that income anywhere in the world. Your customers can be in Europe while you're living in the US, or your customers could be in South America while you're living in Canada. So it doesn't matter where you live, you can earn your income. Work amount, I don't know about you, but I don't like people telling me how much to work. I know some people who their company will not even let them work overtime because they can't afford it and they want to work more and earn more. And I know other people that want to work less and the company they work for is just so demanding and always, asking them to work more and more and more. So your work amount here, you get to choose. If you're really ambitious, you can work a lot. If you want to do this as a hobby, you can do it as a hobby, right? Friends and community is another benefit of lifestyle. I've never met a better community than the people in doTERRA. It's the reason why we're always smiling. When you are surrounded by people that all want to benefit humanity in a positive way, that all have a collective vision of how we can get people focused on a more natural lifestyle, it is so fun. There's also collateral benefits that I always like to mention of joining that as soon as you're locked into a community of people like this that are all striving for the same thing, you end up wanting to support each other in other ways. So I've had real estate agents join our business who immediately start selling twice as many homes because all of their doTERRA friends now want to buy or sell through them and keep and have that loyalty. I know I literally have had restaurant owners on my team where everyone wants to bring their and have their team events and things at that person's restaurant because they can point to the owner and say, look, even this owner is a part of our business. And so no matter what you do in your life, even if your goal is not to build a massive doTERRA business, just by being inserted in this community, you're going to love and see so many additional benefits to your life. Okay. Free travel. This is one of my favorite things to document. I want to know in the chat, if you have earned a free trip from doTERRA because of the work that you've done with this company, where have you gone? Where has doTERRA taken you because you chose to be a part of this opportunity? Can we see in the chat? What kind of incentive trips have you won? Leaving tomorrow for the Dominican Republic, Italy, Sicily, Bulgaria, where else? Maui, Aruba? Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look at the chat, guys. New York, Mexico, Costa Rica, Montenegro, Kenya. Amazing. So if you're someone who loves to travel, well, why not travel for free? Every year, Shantae and I, my wife, we go on at least two or three all expense paid trips because we're affiliated with doTERRA. So that's pretty fun. Pretty fun. And then time freedom, the ability to scale a business regardless of how much time you're spending is a unique thing. Usually it has to look like the more time you spend, the more money you make. And here it's different because just like in a corporate structure where you have a VP of sales who has their supervisors and then their managers and then their salespeople. Here, you're also able similarly to create scale. As you build an organization, you serve them, you train them, you coach them, you help other people have success. You're able to earn a small percentage on the sales of the entire team that you've produced and you've trained, right? We'll talk more about how that works here shortly. So those are our first two categories. I don't know anyone who joins doTERRA and doesn't love the impact that they create in the lives of their customers. I don't know anybody who comes into this lifestyle in this community and doesn't feel uplifted and passionate and positive about what they're doing. But let's talk about income, okay? This is usually the first thing that people think of, so it's the last one I'm going to talk about. 2025 for Shantae and I was our best financial year yet. We've been in the business for 13 years. Here's a fun little screenshot that shows the growth of our income from the month that we started all the way up until our most recent rank advancement of Double Diamond. Okay. And you can see that there are plenty of seasons of ups and downs. There were times like right here is 6 months of decline. Here you can see a year of decline, even at these higher levels of success. But this is an income that you can build where if you commit yourself to the long term, you can scale it big. And this looks like, without context, I'm not allowed to put the exact numbers here, but right here below, these small months, they look small, but this is actually thousands of dollars in monthly income, even here in the early years, okay? So we're not saying that you're going to get rich overnight working with doTERRA or make a fortune overnight, but you can build over the long term a strong, scalable, sustainable, powerful, residual, secure income for yourself using this business. And let's go through how you can do that. All right. Really, we get paid for three things. If you decide to partner with doTERRA, there's three things that you're going to get paid for. The first is acquisition. If you, let's say you have an amazing night's sleep, okay, and you go to your church and you're talking with someone there and she's complaining about how she just is not sleeping well at night. You could say, hey, you know what? I didn't sleep well either, but recently I found a specific product that has helped me so much. Would you be open to taking a look? And let's say that she gets excited about trying the product, she buys it. You just acquired a new customer. You're going to send her your referral link. Okay, you're going to send her your referral link. And um, when they buy, it's automatically connected to you and you earn an acquisition bonus. We'll talk about what that bonus is in a minute. Now, let's say that she sleeps well and she keeps buying the product because it's working so well for her. Guess what? Every time she orders for the rest of her life, you are going to earn a commission. And even if you pass away, your kids will continue to earn a commission as long as she's still ordering because you can pass your business on to your children. You can literally create a legacy income through this business, right? And the retention, like I showed you before, is higher in doTERRA than anywhere else that you're going to ever find. So, as you educate your customers, you take care of them, you get them coming back for more, trying new products, falling in love with new products, your income can grow over time. Then we have duplication. Duplication is, let's say that lady who she slept well using our sleep products, and she goes and shares them with her daughter, right? She's going to ask you for some help. Hey, how do I send my link to them? What information could I send? Do you have any pictures or a PDF or an ebook or something that talks more about the products? So you're supporting this lady, right? She then goes and she makes her first sale because you've supported her, because you brought her into the business and have helped her. You are going to earn a percentage on the entire sales that your team is producing. Let me show you how this works. When you together with your group of sharers or customers or people who are building the business, when you together do 3,000 in monthly volume, so that might be 30 people ordering $100, or that might be 15 people ordering $200, okay? But the average earnings for people that reach this level that we call elite is about $400 to $500 per month, okay? I want to know in the chat right now, what would you do no matter where you are right now in earnings? Let's say you get an extra $500 in your hands this next month. What are you doing with $500? What would you do with that? Okay. What would you do with that? Let me know in the chat and I'll keep moving. Then you can scale it over time. So as you become a little more proficient, you're not even like a huge leader at this time. Nadia would buy more doTERRA oils. I love it. Amy, pay off the car. Yeah. Awesome. Pay for some bills, pay for some food. Okay, perfect. So we all know what we would do with the income. It's just a matter of knowing how to get it. So let me show you how to get it. Premier is when you, with a group of people that are casually sharing, most likely, you reach 5,000 in sales. Then you're able to earn about an average of 1,000 US dollars per month as a premier. Okay. And these obviously you need to get the graph for your country, for your if you're in the UK, get it in pounds. We have this in lots of different currencies, but this will just give you kind of a baseline idea. Okay. Then as you continue to grow, you become a silver, a gold, eventually you can become what we call a diamond. And just in our organization, we've helped over 200 people reach this level of diamond. In the company, it's been thousands of people that have become diamonds, where the average earnings is, around 10,000 or more per month. That kind of changes the question. What would you do as a diamond? How would that income serve you? Now, this is not overnight. Again, for me and my wife, it took us multiple years to get to that level of diamond, but it different than, a university where you pay to learn to then earn. Here, you're going to earn as you learn. So you're kind of coming into this doTERRA community. You're going to earn as you learn and have a team of people helping you every process or every step of the way. And then you can continue to grow from there if you're ambitious and want to earn higher levels. So I'm curious, do we have any elites in the chat? Do we have any premiers? Do we have any silvers? Put your current level of achievement in the chat so we can celebrate you. Rachel's a premier. Amazing. Dorothy's a silver. Hope it's going fast. Evelyn is a silver. We've got a couple diamonds in the house. Silver, gold. Jenica's a gold. Amy's a premier. Deborah's a gold. Look at that. Amazing. So this is not just one or two people that achieve these levels of success. This is on the table for any of you that want to work hard and make it happen. Okay. Um, all right. So that's a summary. Now let's break down how each bonus works. And I'm going to show you a plan for what I would do from the very beginning in a very clear way. Like what could your return on activity look like? Okay. This will bring it into clarity for you. First of all, our compensation structure, this is their bonus for acquisition of new customers or distributors. When you refer a new customer and they purchase, let's say they purchase this kit, which is one of my very favorites because it comes with our foundational oils and also our foundational supplements. Okay. You're going to earn 20% of this PV amount for the first 60 days of your new customer. You would earn $44, okay, for referring someone to buy that kit, and 20% of everything else they buy for their first 60 days. After 60 days, we'll tell you what happens in a minute. Then if that person, so this is the lady I referred at church, I made $44 from just sending her a link to try and buy the products, right? Then she shared with her daughter, she's going to earn $44 and I would earn 10%. I would earn $22 because I helped to get her started. I showed her how to find her link. I brought her in and supported her. Then on your third level, you earn 5%. So 35% of the value of every new order is placed in the hands of the three people closest to the sale. Instead of typical companies, 35% of the first order is paying Facebook ads or is paying TV ads or is paying billboards or is paying retailers who are there retailing the product. So we put our profits in the hands of the people that are bringing the sales to the company, right? Very simple. Then the second thing that I told you we get paid for is retention. If you serve your customers, you help them to come back to buy over and over again, you're actually going to earn a percentage of what they purchase forever. This is the first bonus that's a retention-based bonus. It's called the Power of Three bonus. And basically, when you have a pod, you have a group of customers that together are all ordering $500 in total volume, okay? What that means is one super customer buying 500, or maybe two great customers that are buying 250 a month, or it could be 10 mini customers that are all buying 50, right? Any combination, but you have that 500 in place, you're going to get a $50 bonus. If you're brand new to the company, this is actually doubled depending on the country that you live in. These boosts are a little bit different, but everywhere in the world, you get double on the first level if you're brand new. So you're brand new, we want to give you extra cash. We want to get you extra excited about this business, right? Put it in the chat. Who's earned this first level Power of Three? Show me in the chat who's earned this. Then we have our second level. Second level is when you've helped your three people, you've trained them and supported them to each have their own group of 500 in loyal customer volume, okay? Then you can earn 250 from this level. In some places in the world, you can earn 375 or even 500 from this second level, okay? Amazing. Who's earned the second level? Put second level if you've earned the second level, okay? And then the third level, put in the chat. If you've earned the third level, you can earn all the way up to $1,250. That takes care of a lot of the basic needs of a lot of people. Depending on where you live in the world, that could take care of all of your basic needs, right? So we have seen thousands and thousands of people in the company earning this amazing bonus. The next that we have is our unilevel bonus, and this is where the majority of commissions get paid out, okay, over the long term. You're going to earn between 3 and 5% on every order placed between your second and seventh level. So you could refer someone who refers someone who refers something. You might not even know that person, but you're going to earn 5% because just like the VP of sales, they might not know every customer, but you help train those supervisors and those managers. You help train that team to bring those sales into light. So you're going to earn a percentage on the total sales that your team is producing. Then we also have an exciting bonus where 8% of the company's global revenue. And again, this is a multi-billion dollar company. It gets divvied up between our leadership ranks. So as you grow as a professional with us, you become a premier. This is about a $200 bonus each month. I'm putting conservative numbers here. Usually it's a little bit higher, could be a little lower depending on the month, but I'll just give you kind of a conservative average. Silver, it's going to be about $350, about 1,100 for a gold, about 2,000 for a platinum. Imagine being a platinum. Okay, and every single month you get an extra bonus for about $2,000. That's amazing. Okay. Diamond, you're looking at 3,500. Blue diamond, over 10,000. That's going to be a six-figure income just from the leadership pools on an annual basis. And then presidential is even higher. Okay. So there's no limit to obviously where you can grow your income, especially through our unilevel. But that's kind of a brief overview into our compensation structure. If you have more specific questions, get back with the person that invited you here today. But let me walk you through what I would do. And we're going to be done in the next 10 minutes, okay, guys? So what would I do if I were just getting started today? Well, this would be my first goal. I would commit to bringing in 5 new customers per month. I think with the huge solutions that we solve for, or the huge problems that we solve for, I think you could find one person at least per week that you could introduce to our products, right? And if you do that, and if you also maintain 500 in loyal volume from people that have joined you in past months, and you look for 3 people that want to build a business with you, that's kind of your first target, okay? You're going to earn, for doing this $1,000 in sales, you're going to earn $200 in this scenario, okay? And I would be strategic and seek to build in this format, okay? Goal number 2, 5 new customers per month, okay? Never drop from that pattern. To this day, 13 years later, I seek to, and I strive to hit that goal every month. Do I do it every month? Yeah, pretty much. But sometimes I don't. But most months, yep, we're well above that. So it's totally sustainable to maintain that long term. Okay, then you're going to look, the second goal, part of the second goal is to maintain 800 in loyal volume on a monthly basis from past customers. So 8 of your past customers from previous months that are reordering. And you've helped 3 people to reach goal 1, 3 people that are earning $200 each by having that volume. You'd become an elite. And with this exact scenario, calculating exactly for the US specifically, the fast start bonus, the power of 3, the unilevel, you could earn 875 US dollars. Now, this is not a promise that every elite is going to earn this much. Not every elite is earning that second level of power of 3. Okay. So I know elites that make 300 or 400, which they're still really grateful for. But there's 875 on the table as an elite if you're strategic and follow this specific plan. Okay. Then what do you do? What's your third goal? And this could happen in 90 days. This could happen in, 180 days. It's whatever pace you set. Well, I would have the goal. Third goal is keep bringing in 5 new customers per month, maintain 800 in loyal volume, same as before. And now you've really mentored and helped 3 people reach that second goal. So they've all become elite themselves. They're earning anywhere from 300 to 800 a month. You become a silver. Okay. You're helping people win. And so your commissions get even higher. You're looking at over 2,000 in this scenario if you have your power of 3 in place. Now, the average new silver, again, is about 1,200, which is still fantastic. But if you're strategic and if you structure and build based on this plan, 2,700 is on the table for you if you'd like to have it. Okay. And then it keeps growing from there. But that would be where I would begin. That's where I would set my sights. What activity would I focus on? 5 new customers per month. Get that 800 in loyal customer volume. So, 8 to 10 loyal customers, and look to help 3 people do what you've done so far. Okay. So that's what we get paid for: acquisition, retention, and duplication. You can strive to achieve anything you would like to reach. You've already seen in the chat how many people have made their third level power of 3, second level, how many people have reached these different leadership levels to get to these average earnings. It's a beautiful thing. Thousands and thousands of people have done it, and we can help you do it as well. Now, my last request, and I really do position this as a request, because the impact that we're creating in this company, it goes beyond just what we've talked about today. The impact alone, if it were just the impact our products are having, that would be enough to make this an amazing business. If it were just the impact that the commissions are having in people's lives, that would be an amazing impact. But on top of both of those things, we have the impact that we're creating in the world through our sourcing. The majority of our essential oils, my friends, come from developing countries, and they come from the poorest regions of developing countries. So, for example, copaiba comes from the Amazon in Brazil. Our lemongrass and turmeric come from some of the poorest regions of India. We have products coming from Guatemala. Cardamom comes from Guatemala. And the stories that we're able to create preserving agricultural traditions and lifting people out of poverty in these regions while we sell the products, it literally is not an exaggeration to say that every time you purchase or you sell an essential oil, the majority of times it's a humanitarian act. Okay. We pay the 122,000 people that are helping to collect and bring the raw materials of doTERRA to us. We pay them 5 to 10 times more than they were typically earning producing other cash crops. Okay. So we are literally lifting people out of poverty around the world. If you count their families, it's over 500,000 people that have food on their table because of the work that you and I are doing inside of doTERRA and the work that we hope you'll join us in. We also do this in a sustainable way where we are taking care of the earth. The largest reforestation project in the world or in the US is happening right now in Hawaii, done at the reserve that doTERRA owns and operates. So it's a beautiful impact in the world. Just to share it on a personal note, I had the privilege a couple of years ago of going to Kenya and meeting this man, Samuel, and his family, and seeing how this small plot of geranium that he has right here that you can see in this picture has paid for his oldest daughter to go to university, the first person in the history of his family and his tribe even to go to higher education. His youngest daughter is able to go to school as well. And it's all thanks to this small plot of geranium that he grows for you and me. And it's funny because geranium has never been a favorite product of mine. A lot of people love it and they use it. Women love it for hormonal benefits and it's great for hair and skin and so many great things. But I never talked about it that much until I met Samuel. And now I try to insert this into every presentation I ever do because I want to sell more geranium. I want to help this man and I want to help more men like him that we're lifting out of poverty around the world. So the impact is broad, the impact is deep, and we want to invite you to be a part of it. Okay. Now, I don't know what out of this presentation caught your attention the most. Maybe it was the income potential. Maybe it was a specific aspect of our compensation that you said, wow, I really like that model. Or maybe it's an aspect of lifestyle that you're looking to improve for yourself. Maybe it's being a part of a community. Maybe it's a part, or maybe it's having a little bit more freedom of time or freedom to earn a better, have a scalable income, right? Maybe it's the impact that calls to you. I know people who are totally set financially who are a part of this business with us because of the impact that we're doing, and they want to be a part of that. So whatever it is that calls to your heart, the person that invited you here today is going to send you a text right now, okay, right now. And they're going to say, hey, what did you like the most about what you saw? What did you like the most? And I want you guys to have a conversation. They're going to be able to help guide you into the first step, which is really just choosing a kit of products to experience, right? That's the first step. Try the products, see if you like them, see if you like them enough to talk about them. And if you do, this opportunity can change your entire life. So that's your next step. Get back with the person that invited you here today. And if you choose to join within 24 hours of this call, we are doing a giveaway this month where we are giving away an iPad, okay, just for fun, just to make this a little bit more of a party for all of the people that are joining. For everyone who joins, no matter what you purchase, okay, I want you to fill out this QR code, and it doesn't matter what team you're on as well. Okay, we're just gonna do a random drawing for the iPad, and you're gonna get entered into this drawing when you join, and yeah, we'll choose one lucky winner to get the iPad. So this is only if you join within 24 hours of this call. So get back with the person that invited you today, right now. And then we also have a way, we're going to do another drawing next month. And if you bring people to the calls that we do next month that join, you'll get 5 additional entries into next month's drawing. So this one we're going to do at the end of January. So hurry, place your order, dip your toes in the water, see if this is a fit for you. I know you're going to, at minimum, you're going to fall in love with the products. That's the very minimum. But at most, you're going to transform your life by participating in this amazing opportunity with us and with the person that invited you here today. So I want to honor your time. I promised we would end in under an hour, and here we are done. Any questions? They're not coming to me. They're actually going to go to the person that invited you here tonight. So get back with that person, get your questions answered. Thank you all for being here. And also, we are doing this presentation again, 7 p.m. Mountain Time here tonight. So that's morning time for some of you, depending on where you are in the world. I will be doing this presentation again. So if there's anyone that you'd like to connect, bring them to that call. We won't be having it next week because I will be in South Africa with some amazing leaders there, and then off to Mozambique, Africa, with some amazing leaders of ours there. So that's it for this week. But I hope to see several of you back with us tonight. Yes, just reach out to me privately and I can get these slides to you if you're interested in that, okay? All right. Love you, friends. Make sure you take a screenshot so you can fill out that form if you join us. To all of you who are checking us out for the first time, thank you for your time. Your time is precious. We value it. And I hope that you got excited from the information that we shared here today, okay? Take care. Bye for now, my friends.